Up first this evening, a welcome respite for residents of Southeast St. Elizabeth, turning out to be their worst nightmare. The reopening of the Gisco Alpart plant a few years ago revived an area which was dying because of the global financial crisis in 2008. The Chinese came in, bought the plant from the Russians and restarted operations. But with it comes air pollution and health problems the people say the operators are covering up. Now TVJ's Andrew Laidley visited the community and now joins us live. Andrew, let's begin with the health problems. What are the specific concerns there?
Well, Archie, over 30 residents have been diagnosed with respiratory illnesses. Some tell TVJ News they had no existing breathing problems before the plant reopened. Now, they have complained about the foul odor from the plant and the dust nuisance, which they say is contaminating their water and causing their health bills to pile up.
So does this mean that the residents have to pay out of pocket?
Well, Archie, the residents told me that when they complained, Gisco gave them documents to sign, paying them $7,500 each to cover their health costs. But after carefully looking over that agreement, I discovered that the document is actually a non-disclosure agreement, forcing them to remain silent about the issue. Now, some of the accounts you'll hear in this report are from those who didn't sign that agreement.
You're causing this problem. Your job is to fix it. That's really all I have to say to Alpart. Your job is to fix it. You caused it, fix it.
But you see out of the plant there, it's where when it modulate and blow, it does come out of the plant. And when the little money they give you, then take all 3 months, 4 months before them give you. Yes, sir. If you look at my caravan in time, a pure white dust. Remember, no, you see that no mal no there. No mal on the pan the road for blow up on the car, so my car plant behind pure bush. And when you look at the man in time, pure dust.
The residents claim that there are 2 types of dusts affecting them, the red dust and the white dust. Now, it's alleged that the red dust emanates from this mud lake, which is behind me. But if you look further into the distance, you'll be able to see the white smoke, and it's believed that that is where the white dust comes from. The residents say Gisco has a bus which occasionally picks up select persons and transport them to a doctor handpicked by the company. But they argue that everyone gets the same prescriptions and admit that their health conditions aren't improving after being treated.
I got for them doctor about 6 times already, and it's nothing because the same medicine they give 1, same medicine they give 2. They give everybody actually the same medicine.
I hear in Parliament the other day, both governments boasted about the fact that Alpart is bringing in so much money to supplement the economic crisis that we have, but at what cost? So is it that Alpart is going to pay all this money for Jamaica to look good, for the government to say that, look, we are going with things, and at the end of the day, 500 people die?
As the Chinese company clamps down on pollution in their own country, China started to move the problem of its industrial overcapacity overseas. This Chinese Foreign Affairs Policy Paper of 2016 makes a pledge to develop production capacity in Latin American and Caribbean countries, with the headline, Latin America and the Caribbean, a land full of vitality and hope. At the same time, the company's environmental record is under scrutiny. Our newsroom acquired records from the Beijing-based Institute of Public and Environmental Affairs, which revealed that between 2016 and 2018, Gisco committed or is suspected of committing 16 environmental infractions. And with Gisco planning to set up a second aluminium refinery in St. Elizabeth, the residents are worried that breathing polluted air could become the norm. Andrew Laidley, TVJ News.
So what is Gisco saying?
Well, Archie, Gisco has been tight-lipped on the issue. I reached out to the public relations manager at the company, Julian Keane, who said that he would try to arrange an interview with me to discuss the issues. Now, he promised to get back to me as soon as he received permission from his superiors. That was on April 1, Archie. Now, my calls to Mr. Keane since then have gone unanswered, and he has not confirmed that interview. But of course, I will continue to reach out to the company to get their account. Now, I would also like to tell you, Archie, that the residents feel they are being undermined by Gisco, who selects the representative who should be defending their rights and lobbying on their behalf. Now, some of these representatives are in fact on GISCO's payroll, and the residents don't believe that they have their best interests at heart.
Now, what else can you tell us about the agreements that the residents had to sign?
Archie, well, firstly, the document is titled Settlement Agreement and Release. The residents told me that they were asked to sign it in order to receive their dust money, which is what they call it. That's the $7,500 GISCO pays per house to cover health costs and repaint houses, among other things. The residents say they had no idea they were signing a settlement and, in the interim, signing away their right to speak out on the matter. The agreement has a confidentiality clause which states that neither party is allowed to speak out on the matter publicly, and if they do so, that would trigger a legal battle which would result in the residents paying a hefty fine. Now, also of note, Archie, is in the agreement is the fact that GISCO denies all the claims being made by the residents. And of course, Archie, I will continue to monitor the developments in Southeast St. Elizabeth and will provide updates as they become available.
And hopefully as well that you'll be able to get that interview that you have been asking for. Andrew Laidley covering this issue